Buy for you, my treat.
Thanks. I need a gun.
Huh?
Thanks.
Careful, shotgun.
Bro. Bro.
That's a snap. What are we doing?
Bro. Go.
Okay.
Blocking sight. Where are you?
Nice.
Spike planted.
Oh, that's smoke like, sorry. Come on. Backing off.
Stay down.
Damn. Oh my god.
No. Ah!
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Never gonna happen.
Oh, this gun feels good.
Oh no.
Ah!
Say something. Mày đâu? Tấm link mày đâu? Áo biết mày check đâu đâu.
Bro. Check the sound out. Check the sound out.
Nope. I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
No, just listen to the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need a drop.
They're in our
Thanks.
sights. Smoke's resident.
Tiếng rồi đẩy mẹ luôn.
So dead.
Mắt quay phá. Thôi về đi.
À,
Để đi này. Để không đi.
Gun here.
I have one smoke.
Come in.
Okay.
Enemy A.
Mày có biết đâu?
No, I
Kill.
30 seconds left.
What the hell are you doing?
Making cover. Destabilizing. We're finished.
Heal.
here.
Go with.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Plan đi. Oh my god.
Nice.
Aw, thought to try harder.
Hold your celebration. We're not done yet.
Killjoy is gonna be here, bro. Destabilizing. Okay. That works. Oh!
What? Sao mày không vào?
Fuck.
Wait. là cái cùng đấy.
2v2, we got this.
Last player standing.
Từ trong góc hoặc từ trong góc bên phải góc bên phải.
Oh, bro.
À một lớp nữa rồi.
Give me skin right now. Give me that skin right now. Then give me that skin right now. Request, bro. Give me Phantom right now. Phantom, bro. Oh. Range. Oh. Do that.
That one's dead.
Okay, one will be CT. Close CT.
Breaking them. Making cover.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, one is CT. One CT. One CT.
Đấy.
Up for you.
Bây giờ đưa đôi ra. Đây là đánh động A đi.
Yo, give me skin, bro. Give me skin. Give me skin right now. Give me skin right now.
Đưa lại.
Yes.
No way, I have to know it.
Uh-oh.
Một kiếm.
Oh my. À.
Spike down B.
Spike 3 luôn.
Tao dính đủ thứ luôn ạ. Fuck. Có thế.
Just on I'm too geek. When I see him smoke, it's a one of beef. Tablets on my teeth. What's the what can see?
Last player standing.
Oh fuck. ISO.
I have the spike.
About 50.
When we go out there, someone dies. Carry that weight.
Anyone feeling generous? Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Yes, it is our.
Does anyone have guns?
I have ult. Yes.
Nhau đi mua thằng đấy đi. Oh my god.
Lucky sight. Fight!
Oh! No.
Thằng nào?
Here.
One enemy remaining.
I don't have smoke. Oh, no!
Walk to my tent, everyone. If I throw it left and you go right,
They are so gay.
thank you.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
Nuh-uh.
Time to work. Careful here.
Crimson B.
There's no way he died to a fucking...
Ini ada teh. Oh, ini tadi.
Yo.
Coming.
Bring them down. Blocking sight.
Pakai high break ya.
One enemy remaining.
Go away. A free.
One enemy remaining.
Last guy B. Last guy B.
Okay.
30 seconds left.
I can heal you. My treat.
Dari yang jauh.
Okay. Nice ace.
Sound is everything on the battlefield.
Too
so
bad.
listen for noises. You'll hear
Vamos, bro.
Yo, the stream không lag nữa rồi. This is crazy. Shut the fuck up.
Vamos. Vamos. Double up. Vamos. Oh, Killjoy setup A.
Dead rồi, dead
They're gonna push. They're pushing.
Đấy, dead hay không? Vô dead luôn.
What?
How do you know we're there?
What's over there?
Rồi lấy ra ngoài UA á.
What? Oh,
Great.
where? Oh,
Blocking sight.
God damn it.
my ult is ready. Not enough.
30 seconds left. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Chạy đâu?
Heal.
Đấy rồi nó.
Fuck.
Trust each other. That's all.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
My treat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Reloading. Where are you?
Mình mất trip rồi nhá. Brimstone, what's I?
Come. Two way.
You should run.
Yeah, no.
Smoke's resonating.
Okay, let's go, bro.
Tearing up.
30 seconds left.
We have to go.
Show me a target.
Whoa, where? I just heard footsteps. Oh, fuck.
Last player standing. Spike down B. 10 seconds
Got
left.
the spike.
I hate this man.
Last round before the switch. Buy what you need. Otherwise.
Vòng cuối trước khi đổi bên.
You tell me the truth.
Do I have money?
Does anyone have funds? Merci.
Merci. Tôi cho ai. Fuck.
Gun here. Blocking sight. Our spike
Whoa.
carrier is killed.
Spike down B.
Night, yeah, just fun. My turn.
Rape him.
Last player standing.
Rape him.
Switching sides.
Anyone needs an energy boost out there?
Let's go.
Hey.
Phải lồn.
Spike planted.
Enemy down. Making cover.
Take hold.
Ah, smoke.
Heal for the guy. Heal the guy. Oh, or the girl. I don't know.
Oh
Oh my
my.
god, they have lineups.
One enemy remaining.
No!
Heal and defuse. Oh yeah, too late.
Oh my god.
Teaming up. I'm ready.
Oh shit! We going mid? Mid check.
Gun here.
Okay.
Spike planted.
What the fuck was he sitting there for? Oh my god! Just smoke mid.
Smoke's up. Here's a heal.
Boss.
Last player standing.
Smoke's resonating.
It's too late. Fuck.
One dream ends, another begins.
Spike down mid.
Gun here. Here.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Flawless.
Gun. Low gun.
If you are not doing well, keep trying. We must keep up appearances.
I can buy for you my treat.
Nah. Obviously. Cannot heal it.
Ay. Uy, soy, uy.
One enemy remaining.
Ace, ace.
Hey.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Wow.
So chamber's more than just a nice suit. Well done.
Reloading.
Well done.
I get where the drugs hit.
This is gonna be fun.
There's smoke B, smoke B.
See ya.
Yeah, good luck.
Spike planted.
Distraction.
thằng không có chỗ nào để chạy.
Focusing. Destabilizing.
Okay.
Last player standing.
This ISO is just okay.
Hadi, again. Their fear is a trap.
Give me skin right now.
Okay.
Good boy.
Anyone feeling
Okay.
generous? Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Turn it up.
Okay, my
They smoke B again. Smoke B, smoke B. I'm come. Leon đang vào.
oh my god, I suck.
Spike planted.
Fuck!
Last player standing.
Shit.
Bro, the ISO through the game.
We get a pick. We move in. Got it?
That was winnable. Oh my goodness. Alright, give me skin again. W.
That's not good now.
That's I get with the drugs.
though you're sad, I'm walking the long way,
Shut up.
watching the sky fall.
Can y'all pirate Phasmophobia and then we can all play?
Uh-oh. Oh.
My
Spike planted.
blocking sight.
Go kill, go kill. Okay.
Oh my
Player
god.
standing.
Be quiet, small man. My ult's ready. Dead enough.
Bro,
Gotcha, fun. My turn. Instinct.
oh, can the champions Vandal come with like extra bullets? And have like 40 bullets in the mag? That would be nice. Yo, give me skin again. Oh.
And I,
You're my skin merchant, bro.
no.
Nah, I don't know. I'm gay. Hey, smoke A, smoke A, smoke A. Mid. Go on.
Here.
Tất nhiên
Bro.
sẽ bắn vào đầu. Ôi, sốc.
Spike planted.
100 Killjoy.
Last player standing.
Fuck!
Yeah, I'm not playing the... Yeah, no, I don't want to play this game, bro.
What? Somebody kill this bitch ass clove right now.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
Okay, give me skin again. Thoughts?
Anyone feeling generous?
Okay.
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Good boy. I'm having fun. Even though we're losing, I'm having fun.
B, mini B, 3B. Break. Nice.
So,
One down.
oh fuck.
Spike down B.
Sneak through, bro.
Spike planted.
Where are you? Take hold. Bring them down.
Opening fire.
Last
Bro,
player
fuck.
standing.
Too many guys on my screen.
Match point.
They have courage. No one can.
No, don't stack me, you guys. Please. Don't stack me. It's not healthy. Ôi con khôn là vẫn cầm mob.
Mid A.
Yeah, mid A.
Spike planted.
Fuck, nhiều smoke quá.
Knock.
Nowhere to run!
Bring them down.
I'm gay.
Where are you?
You should last player standing.
Where do I know?
Attackers win.
Prepare for hellfire!
Well, I went.
What if we want to know specifically which status code we got back? Well, we could, of course, check, well, if the response status code was equal to, say, 404, then we'll raise a particular type of exception that says that resource does not exist. And then we can have an elif that says, well, if the response status code was 401, then that means that you should raise an exception because this particular code only happens when you are not authorized to access this data. Now, there's a lot of status codes that you could be getting back, and in the course resources I'll link to this particular webpage where it tells you all of the possible codes that you could be getting and what it means. As you can imagine, it's impossible for us to write this many if statements checking for every single possibility. What do we do instead? You can actually do away with all of this by getting the request module to generate the exception instead. The requests module is the most popular way for Python developers to work with APIs. And you can see in their statistics just the number of stars, number of forks. And from these stats, you can see just how much active development there is and how popular this particular module is. Now, if you want to take a look at the documentation, then you get taken to their website and it tells you all of the things that it can do, which is quite a lot, actually. Now, I won't read through all of this with you, but if we take a look at one of the sections, errors and exceptions, you can actually call raise for status on the response you get back in order to raise
Oh
a
my
HTTP
fucking
error
God, bro.
if the request returned an unsuccessful status code. Basically, instead of us trying to raise an exception for every single possible status code and telling the developer what might be the reason, we can simply use the request module by saying response.raise for status. So now what you'll see is that if we don't get a 200, which is
What
the
the fuck?
pass, let's say I mess up this endpoint again, then you'll see an exception being raised. And it's telling us, look, it's a 404 client error. This URL is not found. So this request module is actually really powerful, and we're going to see how to use various aspects of it in the upcoming lessons. But for now, the first thing we need to get hold of is the actual data from this particular API. To do that, we tap into our response and we get the JSON data. So this is the actual data, and when I print it, you can see that it looks exactly the same as what we got in our browser. Coming back to our code, we have this JSON. We can tap into it just like we would for any Python dictionary. We could use some square brackets and then type in the name of a key that we're interested in. For example, if this were under hold of the latitude and the in my project.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
And when we click convert, then you'll see on the map it shows where in the world the ISS is right now. So at the moment it's somewhere to the east of Japan over the Pacific Ocean, and of course it's telling you no address found because I don't think anybody lives right there. So have a play around with that and make. Now that you've seen how you can make the most basic type of request to an API endpoint, I want you to build a Kanye quote machine. This is what it's going to look like, and these are real Kanye quotes. So every time you click on this button, which
What
has
the fuck
a
is this
Kanye
shit?
emoji, you can see he'll say different things. And some of the things he says are incredibly deep, and other things are a little bit weird.
She
But we
wanna go
created
shop.
the starting
Let's
file
go.
for this, so you don't
gonna
have to
shop
spend a
today.
lot of time
Let's go
building
shop
up the
today.
UI.
Let's go.
All I want you to do is to figure out how to use the API, which is at kanye.rest, and this is the API endpoint, so you can test it out, of course, in your browser just by putting it into the URL bar, and you can see you get back a very simple JSON with just one key and one value. And every time you run it, it'll give you a random quote. Head over to the course resources and download the Kanye quotes starting file. And once you've unzipped it and open it up, you can see that there's the background image, the Kanye
That's
PNG,
fun.
and
Lol.
there's all of the existing code that's required to generate this user interface in TK-Inter. The point here is, I know you can make TK-Inter apps, but I want you to use the request module that you learned about just now in order to get this function to work, so that every time the
Kanye
button-
quotes API is crazy, bro. How well you went out? Import request. Yo, I'm trying to shop with your bitch and shop. What? This is so contagious. Did not wanna go shopping with the hoe, shopping with the hoe, shopping with the hoe. Did not wanna go shopping with the hoe, shopping with the hoe, shopping with the hoe. Let's go. Late night, yes. I know, bro. Text. No print. Just get the quote, and then we go to the stupid bracket thingy. Boop. And then an F string for it. Outside. Oh wait, no. I think no. This is good. That's it. That's just it. Right. But whenever I press the button, right, you don't return this. You have to config something. Quote text. Quote text dot config text equals request get from the quote. That's it. There we go. I think that's it. Right. And then I also paste the same line. Oh wait, no, I just have to right, nothing yet. And then I run it once. No, shut the fuck up. Get quote. There we go. Pause. Stop, and then it will API int has no contribute. Fuck you mean? Quote text. It is. Nhưng mà Canva tao gọi là cái gì nhỉ? Canva. I forgot about all the times that I seen you. Quên mất rồi. How to tap in an element in Canvas. TK enter. Forgot. Chain. Pew pew pew. Is it just this? Run. Is you boo? Let me know. Okay, can't print that. Cool. Ain't got no. Just demo. Recent projects for reference. I think it's this one. New window. Fuck. Forgot. How to con an element in Canvas TK into dot config. Yes, I know. Oh, canvas dot item config, bro. Man. Item config. Yep, and then quote text frame. Right, let's try this. Now we run the get quote. Cool. I'm a flamethrower. Yep, there we go. There we go. Yep, that's it. Done. Yay. What's next? Yep. Understand API parameters.
We've seen how APIs can have endpoints, and we said that's equivalent to the address.
Mở nhạc gì cho không bản quyền nhỉ? Tôi quên mất nhạc gì rồi. I like the song. Feels like we're faded and I don't know why. Oh yeah, this album. Chat disconnected.
Of the place that you want to get some data from or you want to communicate with. But APIs also have something called parameters. And this is a way that allows you to give an input when you're making your API request so that you can get different pieces of data back depending on your input, in the same way that we've given different inputs into the same function in order to get a different outcome. Coming back to our bank analogy, that's kind of similar to going to the bank and instead of just asking them for, well, what are your opening hours, a sort of broad stroke question, you can also pass in a parameter. For example, you could say, well, what time do you close on Monday? Or what time do you close on Tuesday? And this allows you to get the inputs into the same function in order to get a different outcome.
Shadow 500? What the fuck is that? Okay. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. Okay, sure.
Back to our bank analogy, that's kind of similar to going to the bank and instead of just asking them for, well, what are your opening hours, a sort of broad stroke question, you can also pass in a parameter. For example, you could say, well, what time do you close on Monday? Or what time do you close on Tuesday? And this allows you to get the specific piece of information that you're interested in depending on the input that you provided as a parameter. Now, not all APIs have parameters. Some are incredibly simple, like the ISS location API, but other ones allow you to provide parameters. And this is a sunrise and sunset API that gives you the time when the sun is going to rise and set wherever you may be. So you have to obviously provide a location so that they can tell you when the sun is going to rise and set at your position. We can do that.
Latitude? Yo, Python is fucking crazy, bro. Izzy, what my data getting everything. Hold on. Wait. I have the exact thing for that. Hold on. How do I strap this shit to? Okay, where's my oil can? 122. What are these fucking music, Joe? How do I get it to... Cool, this can work. Sure, this can work. Too fat. I know, bro, but like I can't use my Twitter. Hold on. Phone cam. Why is it flipped? Cool, that can work. Face cam. Yep. Look at this fucking whack ass setup, bro. Okay. Wait, what's the page up? Yep.
Through two parameters, the latitude and the longitude. And you'll notice that in the API documentation, they will usually tell you how you should structure your parameter. So for example, here the latitude can be specified using a lat key, and the longitude is LNG as the longitude. And they want those pieces of input as floating point numbers. Now you also see that some parameters are required and others are optional. Just as we can have optional and required parameters when we create functions, you have the same thing in APIs. The optional ones all have a default value. For example, the date you could provide, say you wanted to know the sunrise and sunset on a particular day in the future or in the past, but you can also leave it empty and it will default to the current date. Now, the endpoint in this case is this particular URL, api.sunrise-sunset.org/JSON. But don't worry, I'll also link to this documentation in the course resources as well. Let's see how we can get this to work. I'm going to comment out all of the things that were related to our ISS location. And I'm going to use this requests module in order to get the sunrise and sunset times, because this is going to be really important when we're creating our final project, because it's almost impossible to spot the ISS in the sky unless it's actually dark. So we need to know when the sun's going to go down and when the sun's going to come back up in order for us to know if the sky is actually dark enough for us to be able to spot the ISS traveling in the sky. Let's go ahead and set up another response, which is going to be set up to a request. Okay. And this request is going to get some information from this particular endpoint. So let's copy that over.
God damn. Nhiều phết. Okay. Cool. Bonus. This link works in your browser. Okay. Alright, let's paste this and test on the computer. Missing lat. Get request. Oh yeah, yep. And then
and make sure that you leave out this final full stop.
Okay, I get it, but like JSON. Migrating from V1. Up, up, up. Okay, let's try this.
That's just a part of the sentence and not a part of the API endpoint. So it should look something like this. And then we're going to get our response to raise an exception if there was an error.
Cool. How do I with this if new directory min new min import request dot get dot JSON. Xem được không nhé? Okay, error missing lab. Damn. Example V2 hỏi chấm. Oh, okay, cool. Nó cho guide lát bằng 0.00 ấy và what's the n? Okay. And longitude is equal to 0.000. Sure. Thế nhá. Bam! Let's go. Okay. Tức là nó phải modify cái link như này. Cool.
A status code, so anything other than 200.
What the fuck is 200? Oh, 200 là được. Okay. If they not .json, chill. Data chum raise for status. Code finished with okay. Code finished. And okay. Cho nó bằng nghĩa để xem là có đúng là 200 không. Trời, 200 rồi. Thế thì nếu nó không phải 200 thì mình sẽ erase exception. Wait, what the fuck was this? Status code. Dot format is crazy. With cut this off. In Alright, what if I do this? Race. Go. Do something, bro. Hello. Ôi chết mẹ lag mẹ. Hello. Terminate. What if tao cắt cái này đi. Request fit with status, okay. 400. Then sure. Run.
100
Let's see
basically.
this.
So how is it supposed to
Race for status? What the fuck is it? Print I strip an eye off. Okay. Rerun there. Chắc không sao. Yeah.
Tell us the sunrise and sunset times if we don't tell it our location. Let's fix this. Let's create a set of parameters. And you can do this by simply creating a Python dictionary. Now the keys
Wait,
for
what
the
if I can it's a .json. I can do some input.
parameters must match the ones specified in the API documentation.
Or I can just
So
do
it's
this.
lat for latitude and lng for longitude. So let's create those keys as strings,
I'm not taking that as a compliment, bro.
and then we can provide our latitude.
I can wait, can I put this inside lat and also longitude? Pero hi chum. M, it's a float. Now what input? Yep, and then what's the ceremony? Right, yeah. And latitude dot decimal pa. Choose how many decimals to take in a float. Round. Thanks. No, how can I? Wait, hi. Yep. And also round this to. Wait, hi, đúng không? Để xem được nhé. Why is it 9 here? 8, 1. Bây giờ nó không có gì nữa tại error. .json đúng không? And then lat is going to be the f string, and you get the lat here. Parameter đúng không? Lat thừa. I mean, you can also choose where to get it from. NG. Okay, let's show this. 0 and 0. Print. Wait. Print data. Print data. Yeah. With open. The stream current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that. Shut up. No, what do you mean? Fuck you mean? With open. Alright, then I'm gonna create a new JSON file in here. With open. Sunset.json. Right. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Actually, you know what? Try. And then we write import JSON. Dump data in the file. Right. Now I'm gonna try and accept found out found error. Then right. Accept found out found error. What's next? the solution on the other exercise? Yeah. Recent projects? Is it day 30? Here we go. Recent project. 27. Oh no, day 27 was Pomodoro. Hi. Or yogurt project. Either one of those. Okay, yogurt project it is. Boom. Right, there we go. I'm gonna download this shit. Key error. Or found on found. Try with this, you do this, if not. Okay. No, this one. Load. Okay, you just dump it in. I don't care that much. Data. Is there a data? Yep. Right, let's run this shit. 0 and 0. Dump. Nice, thank you. Oh my god, yes! Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Solar precision. Damn. Okay. Cool. That's very cool. Right, no, okay. How do I use parameter?
Our longitude.
Let's see.
So how do we know what is our latitude and longitude? Well, we've got our good old friend latlong.net. So here I can type a particular place name. So right now I'm in London, and if I click find, it'll find me on the map and it will tell me what is my latitude and what is my longitude. So let's copy these over and let's create them as constants. So I'm going to have a mylat, which is equal to this as a floating point number, and then my longitude. Remember to include any negative signs if you see it. That's actually a part of the latitude longitude encoding. So now I can set my lat key to the constant mylat and the longitude key to the constant mylong. So these are the values that I got from my latlong.net search, and then I formatted all of this into a dictionary using the keys that were specified in the API documentation here. Those are the only two required parameters. So if we now add this in to our GET request under the argument called params, then we're now able to run this request again, and you'll see that this time we don't get any exceptions. So we can assume that everything went swimmingly. The data that we get back is under the response.json. So let's go ahead and print out that data and see what we managed to get. We got a JSON as usual, and the JSON contains the sunrise time and the sunset time, in addition to other things like when is the solar noon, how long is the day, what is the day length, and so on and so forth. So you can see this one is a lot longer than what we had before. Now, the two pieces of information that we're interested in is just the sunrise and sunset times. If we want to view this JSON data in a nicely formatted way, then we can do that by putting the full request into the browser URL bar. And the way that you format parameters in a URL string looks something like this. In the sample request, they've shown you that this part is the endpoint URL, and then afterwards you can add a question mark to denote that you're going to add some parameters. And then you add each parameter with the key, equal sign, and then the value. And then you can tag on more parameters with the ampersand or the and symbol. So let's try putting this into our browser bar. So here's the latitude, which we'll paste in here, and here's the longitude, which we'll paste in here. So now let's hit enter, and you can see that our JSON Awesome viewer, which we installed at the beginning of today's lessons, is now active, and it's showing us all of this data in a much nicer format. So we can see that this sunrise time that we're interested is the value for the key sunrise, which is then inside another key called results. So we can use these two keys to pull out these specific pieces of data that we're interested in. So we can get the sunrise, which is equal to data, and then square bracket rise time params. Then we're now able to run this request again, and you'll see that this time we don't get any exceptions. So we can assume that everything went swimmingly. The data that we get back is under the for latitude and LNG for longitude. So let's create those keys as strings, and then we can provide our latitude and our longitude. So how do we know what is our latitude and longitude? Well, we've got our good old friend latlong.net. So latitude, and what is my longitude? To this as a floating point number, and then my longitude. Remember to include any negative signs if you see it. That's actually a part of the latitude longitude encoding. So now I can set my lat key to the constant my lat and the longitude key to the constant my long. So these are the values that I got from my latlong.net search, and then I formatted all of this into a dictionary using the keys that were specified in the API documentation here. Those are the only two required parameters. So if we now add this in to our GET request under the argument called params, then we're now able to run this.
Oh, JSON. Right, don't have to do this. Cool, good to know. Params equals to parameter. Right, let's go. See again. Delete everything. Let's run one more time. Finished. Nice, perfect.
아 뭐예요?
지금 뭐 하세요?
아니 제가 잡은 거잖아요.
그래, 빨리 문 안 닫아요?
제가 잡았다니까요. 기사님, 저보고 오신 거죠? 그쵸?
Ủa, mày chơi game gì ấy? Ôi con lại bố. Đi chung.
Đi chung thì
Đi chung.
tao không thích cái bà này lắm, tao thích cái bà Min Dung.
Mày phải tìm
Thế từ bỏ thôi.
Không, farm hết tất cả những đứa ở trong game ấy. Phải farm
Nhưng
hết
mà nãy
rồi.
tao lỡ hôn ông chủ tiệm đó.
아니 뭐 하세요?
제가 택시비 낼게요.
아니 누가 돈이 없어서 그래요?
기사님, 출발해 주세요.
Hay đấy.
Lời bác tài
Có được
thâm
hôn
hiểm
ông
với
tài
nhau.
xế không?
ui 피곤하게 하네.
Ui ạ, thôi. Lạy bố. No, I'm not getting into this.
This request again, and you'll see that this time we don't get any exceptions. So we can assume that everything went swimmingly. The data that we get back is under the response.json. So let's go ahead and print out that data and see what we managed to get. We got a JSON as usual, and the JSON contains the sunrise time and the sunset time, in addition to other things like when is the solar noon, how long is the day, what is the day length. Then we're now able to run this request again, and you'll see that this time we don't get any exceptions. So we can assume that everything will see what we managed to get.
Results. Sunrise and okay. Sunrise, sunset. Tizit? What the fuck you mean Tizit, bro? Time zones ID. Time zone ID Vietnam. What if I put TZID in? TZID? It's optional, I think. Is it go to UTC dot +7? Does this work? Okay, invalid syntax. You're back on gold. Good job, bro.
Yeah. I had a really good game and then a pretty good game with our.
How the fuck do I Asia / Ho Chi Minh? Để thử phát Asia / Ho Chi Minh. What? Mày không mod được TZID à? Crazy. TZID. It's just this thing. Are you playing?
Yeah. We got a JSON as usual, and the JSON contains the sunrise time and the sunset time, in addition to other things like when is the solar noon, how long is the day, what is the day length, and so on and so forth. So you can see this one is a lot longer than what we had before. Now, the two pieces of information that we're interested in is just the sunrise and sunset times. If we want to view this JSON data in a nicely formatted way, then we can do that by putting the full request into the browser URL bar. And the way that you format parameters in a URL string looks something like this. In the sample request, they've shown you that this part is the endpoint URL, and then afterwards you can add a question mark to denote that you're going to add some parameters. And then you add each parameter with the key, $, and then the value, and then you can tag on more parameters with the ampersand or the and symbol. So let's try putting this into our browser bar. So here's the latitude, which we'll paste in here, and here's the longitude, which we'll paste in here. So now let's hit enter, and you can see that our JSON Awesome viewer, which we installed,
Just make you sad.
Dude, I don't know how to attach my... There's no piece of metal in my house, bro. So pissed.
Attach what?
My phone. Phone cam.
To what?
Ta đang attach nó vào cái mic của ta.
Oh.
Dude, so hard to modify. Works, I guess.
Just get a phone mount.
I have a phone, bro.
Yeah, just get a phone mount. You have one on your bicycle.
Không, nhưng mà cái này attach dễ hơn mà. Với cả cái kia cần phải gắn vào một cái vòng cuốn nào đấy nữa. Okay.
Yeah, don't your mic stand is technically a tube.
It's a chắc là bởi no, cái này radius quá lớn đấy. Đây, nhìn như này được rồi. Ta thử cố định. Okay.
at the beginning of today's lessons is now active, and it's showing us all of this data in a much
thử phát Where's the IP? Here we go. Hỏi chấm lát bằng 7 L bằng không n chứ nhỉ? My bad. And longitude is equal to plain JSON.
But Mash is so inconsistent, bro. Kiểu hôm qua bắn rất ngu ấy, hôm nay bắn hay vậy. I don't know
So
why.
we can see that
Because
this
you're playing with
sunrise
Nero.
time that we're interested is the value
I
for the key
guess.
sunrise, which is then inside another key called results.
Hai trận rồi
So
tao
we can
carry
use
first
these two
half.
keys to pull out
Mà
these
chơi cùng-
specific pieces of
mấy ông mày
data that we're interested in.
Một
So
trận
we
solo
can get
queue
the
với một trận chơi
sunrise,
với Ao.
which is equal
Cả hai tao
to
đều
data, and then
Nice.
square
Good job.
brackets.
Kiểu-
We put in the first
what is
key,
it
which
called
is
though?
results with an S, and then we can add
Oh
the
no.
next key, which is sunrise. And we can do the same thing for the sunset
Asia
time.
Bangkok. It's not Asia Ho Chi
And
Minh,
now,
bro.
if
Fuck.
we print out our sunrise or our
Uh,
sunset time,
offset là
you
cũng
can
vậy.
see it's actually the exact piece
Yep,
of information that we're interested in.
Wait, no, bây giờ ta vào ngày mùng 7 tháng 9, thời gian mặt trời mọc sẽ là vào lúc 5 giờ 20 phút. Okay, what if I set the date to what if I set the date to and date is equal to 2026 0710 and then đóng ngoặc bracket enter valid date. Wait, I can just put it in the date is equal to 2 chấm 0710 kiểm soát. Nice. TZID nữa nhỉ? TZID is equal to Asia / Bangkok. Okay, run again. Thế ngày mai mặt trời sẽ mọc vào 6 giờ sáng và lặn vào lúc 6 giờ 10 phút tối. It's actually insane, bro. Yo, wait. API is so fun to mess around with, bro.
No.
Data results. Okay, ta không phải vào results nữa tại vì already have this. Print data sunrise, I guess. This. Print. There's no result, bro. Shut up. Set. Okay, do that. Yep.
Notice how this data is formatted, and it's giving us the time in a 12-hour format. So it's going to have AM or PM tagged on at the end. Now, what we want to do is we want to be able to get the current time. So we can use the datetime module.
Yep.
From the datetime module, we'll import the datetime class, and then we can get the time now by tapping into that class and then calling the now method. But you'll notice that the format of time now is very different from our sunrise and sunset time. Our sunrise and sunset time are in the 12-hour format, whereas the time that we're getting back from
Optional? Okay. days array. Same. In a blah 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 format. Yes, I did it. I can put it as today. That's crazy. Is it string? Is it string? String. Yes. Too fat. Tomorrow. Run. Yep.
From date time is in a 24-hour clock format.
Nigger
So
balls.
how can we
Yes.
change this data that we're getting back from the sunrise and sun?
Yo, dang yo. Yo.
Fuck you.
Yo.
Fuck you. I'm not fat. I'm just big boned.
Okay, okay.
In JavaScript.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Onset API, which is an optional parameter, but it can be turned API we go. Notice in one of the parameters, there is a parameter called formatted, which is an optional parameter, but it can be turned off or on. On is by default, which means it's going to format it in a particular way with the 12-hour clock. But if you switch off the formatting,
Formatted. Time format. Yes. Unix. Unix. Okay, I can tamper with this. Nope. Time format is equal to Unix. In fact, there's no Unix. Unexpected. Oh, item. Ôi, bác cả luôn. Cái gì đây? ISO 8601. With open data.json.
Every other day I'm wondering.
Indent bằng 4 à? Run again. There we go. Oh my god, so beautiful! What the fuck? How do I strip the thing? I can strip. Okay. Yo, Khánh. Ngày mai có mặt trời vào. Okay, joking.
Nice. It's good to know. It's good to know ngày mai sẽ có mặt trời.
Yes, và đúng 6 giờ sáng rồi.
Yeah, otherwise we will be dead.
Dot strip. Oh, dot remove here. Dot strip là cái luôn. Parameter date. Oh no, not. Fuck. 2026 07 plus. We have a plus. T. What the fuck's a T? Day length 43768. Sun status normal. Normal is that?
That means this hasn't blown up yet.
Cool. Take what I thought.
God.
String has no attribute remove. Strip call. Yes! I'll strip. Nhưng mà nó ship hết tất cả mọi thứ.
Then it will give you the Unix time in this particular format.
Lúc đéo nào chả là Unix time. The fuck is Unix time, bro? Unix time is a date and time representation widely used in computing. What? How am I supposed to make sense of this? Unix epoch converter.
And this will be a 24-hour clock. So here's your challenge. Go ahead and change the parameters that you have and make sure that the data that we get back is not formatted, so it's set to 0.
What if I 0? Chắc chắn không làm được rồi. 0. Oh, vẫn được à? Error. Yup, invalid time format. Mẹ nó sửa mẹ rồi. Dude, the code is so outdated, bro. Unix. Oh, whoa. Okay, no time format then. Oh, normal.
Pause the video. This dict.
Yes. Split.
And you've seen this before. Basically, you have to provide a separator and it will split a string.
Có được dùng split cả hai lần không nhỉ? Print data sunset dot split t. Go. Nice. Perfect. And a plus, hopefully. Can you do that? No, you can't do that. Sure. Oh, split một lần. And then index 1 and then dot split. Oh, I'm coming. Split stripped off the this one. And then you take the first one. Go. Let's go. Okay. And then you do the same thing with sunrise, I guess. Sunrise. Boom. There we go. What if I put it on 11 tháng 7? Hôm nay gì không ta? What if I put it on 12 1108 này không? Okay.
By that separator, creating a list. This part as the first item in the list and this part as the second item.
Yep, same format.
Simply
2 chấm á? Why? What do you want to take the time for?
Plus 0, 0, and then 0, 0. This is clearly the item we want, so all we have to do
Sure. Then we can split again using these.
is just to add a simply.
Cool. Good to know.
Alright, congratulations on reaching the final project for the day. Head on over to the course resources
Overhead
and
notifier
download the
project.
starting files for the ISS overhead.
Find your current latitude. Okay. 10 minutes. Config main. Both Python files. Delete. Cool. Import request và if the ISS is in my current position and is currently dark, and send me an image to wake up. Run the code every 60 seconds. Khó đấy. Run the code every 60 seconds là cái phần khó nhất. Cool. Run thử nhé. Okay. Request URL is equal to this. If then parameters equal the fuck do you do? Config, tại sao có một cái file config random vậy?
Notifier project. If you followed along with all the lessons today, then you've seen how we can get data from a particular API by simply just providing an endpoint. So this is the simplest type of API calls. And then you saw how we could pass along with the API call a set of parameters in the form of a Python dictionary in order to get a specific piece of data that we want based on the parameters that we pass over. So in this case, it was the sunrise and sunset time of our local area. Now later on, I showed you how we can split the string that we get back from the sunrise and sunset times in order to get the particular numbers that we're interested in, which is the time of the sunrise and sunset in the 24-hour.
Ba và 20 is crazy. Mặt trời mọc lúc 3 giờ sáng và lặn lúc 20 giờ tối. Ở London is crazy, bro.
Clock format. Now it's time to put all of this together. If the ISS is close to my current position and it's currently dark, so basically it's nighttime.
Send me an email is crazy. Okay. Email đây là cái gì? Yeah, import SMTP lib and then password and mail từ cái lần giao lưu ở đâu nhỉ? New window. There we go. Check this up. Cái gì ta blur cái này?
Blur these nut.
No, shut up.
My name's Blurry Face and I.
care what you think. Bro, if I sing, will they DMCA your stream?
Mày không hát hay như thế mà.
No, but like, if I like get it pitch perfect, will they DMCA your
Có cái
stream?
con cặc kìa.
No, like for real, bro.
Có cái con
Like-
cặc kìa.
Like, will they actually DMCA your stream?
Không có chuyện rồi. Monica Natsik.
Why is William Saliba online right now?
Tại vì nó ở net.
Why is he losing so bad? Holy
Tại
shit.
sao phải kết bạn ở đó bro?
I don't know.
Thôi kết bạn nó cũng được. He's a very funny guy.
Tên nó chung đúng không?
Thành Dương Thành Trung.
Bro, I can't fucking remember có kiểu một...
Tao
Bình
nhớ
Thuận.
tao nhớ tên bằng tên mẹ chúng nó rồi.
Okay.
Cái gì nhỉ? Subject. Đây Khánh ơi cho thử cái này được không?
Thử đi. Hold on, I'm racing right now.
Tao biết rồi nhưng mà can I just have your email account?
Gia Khánh 08 HNVN @gmail.com.
Okay. Okay, name, email, year, month, day. Gia Khánh. Gia Khánh 08HNVN đúng không?
Yes.
Okay, assuming that mày sinh ngày hôm nay, I'm gonna try this out.
Oh my god, you remember my birthday? Oh.
No, nó là 1 tháng 3 nhưng mà... Okay.
No, it's today, bro. Oh my god, you remember.
Thử thôi, tao thử thôi. I'm gonna press run. Check your email, bro.
Hold on, I'm racing right now.
Check your email right now, bro.
I'm racing.
Oh wait, no, I can just check my own email.
Yes, why don't you send it to your own email? Come on.
No, nhưng mà tao muốn thử gửi cho mày. Inbox goes crazy. Sent to Gia Khánh 08 Hà Nội Việt Nam @gmail.com.
Yes, sir. Shit, about crashed. Oh, thank God. Push. Yes.
Tức là chưa gửi.
Do.
Hôm nay ngày bao nhiêu? 7 tháng 9 à?
Chưa thấy gì đâu.
Hôm nay không phải mùng 10, tao quên mất. Nó vẫn là mùng 9. Đây. Tao tưởng hôm nay mùng 10 rồi. Tại I wrote this in... Ok, xong rồi đấy. Check it. Stupid ass, bro. Goofy vậy rồi.
Phạm Thế Tuấn 0811 Happy birthday, all the best for the year, Tuấn.
Yeah.
That's why you've been coding this entire fucking time.
No, nó là I have to access my email from Python, bro. and daytime and all that. Nhưng mà có thể I can use this as an automated code for anything. Kiểu mày biết mấy cái mã 6 chữ số để mà mày vào cái website không? You can use this.
Yes.
This is like a subsystem. Nhưng mà chỉ là không phải là for a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Birthday fart.
Cái này ta viết 3 giờ sáng hôm qua. Đây cái khác. You treated me so good, I treated you nice. But you just wanna party and get high. When you get high, maybe you just wanna.
I thought it was over when you left. It had only begun. Every time I hear your name, it's a rising sun. Forget you when the morning comes.
What? Pop out and we show out.
This car is so sexy. Holy shit.
You're so sexy, bro.
Bro, like if it's legal to fuck a car, I would fuck this
What?
car. Holy shit, it's so good looking.
I'm just trying to go out. How about that we show out?
Bop, 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 bop. Oh. Oh, what she named you, Don? You will she name you, Don?
Did I print? Cool. Pass. Else. Got each other. Oh my god, cứ có cái gì trong mắt tao ấy.
Oh shit, it's my cum. My bad.
I'll try. Outside. Outside. Oh, how do I update my code every 60 seconds?
Then send me an email to tell me to look up. That's the objective of the challenge. However, as a bonus challenge, see if you can further modify the code so that it runs
every 60 seconds.
So we could import the time module and then say time.sleep, and we can get it to sleep for 60 seconds or however much long you want to wait between running this script. So now if you hit run, you won't see that final code where it tells you that your program is done running. It's actually continuously running in the background, and it's going to execute this code every 60 seconds. So as long as you have your computer on and this is running, then you can run this for a whole 24 hours, and I bet you at some point in the night you'll get 2 or 3 emails telling you that the ISS is overhead. So all you have to monitor is just to switch your notifications on your phone, and when that email comes in to look up into the sky. So I hope you enjoyed building this project with me, and I hope that you're going to be able to spot the ISS tonight. If you do, take a video and let us know what it looks like.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys,
API practice.
it's Angela here,
Let's go.
and welcome to day 34 of 100 Days of Code. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of review, and we're going to be working with a trivia API to create a quiz app called Quizlet. Now, we're going to be using an API that we've seen before a long time ago called the Open Trivia Database, which contains over 3,000 verified questions, which we can pick from randomly to fill into our quiz application. Now, the purpose of building this app is to review what we learned about using API endpoints and sending requests to a particular endpoint to ask for some piece of data. And we're also going to be looking at what we learned about API parameters, switching in and switching out different inputs in order to get different pieces of data from the API. And with those things combined, we're going to be able to build our Quizlet app, which is going to be built using tkinter. So this is what it's going to look like, and we're able to keep track of our score and see the true-false question show up in the middle, and then we can select true or false. So I have no idea what the answer to this is, so I'm just going to guess. Oops, maybe not. The vapor produced by e-cigarettes is actually water. I think so. Nope. I am really bad at this quiz, so I'm just going to guess from now on. So there you go. I got 1 right and my score went up. This is a computer-related question, so I know that one. But essentially, this is what we're going to be building. And the questions that we're answering here come from the Open Trivia Database, which contains loads of questions, so we don't have to make up the questions, and we can even select which category of questions we want, and also how many questions we want, and we're going to use this API to populate the questions in our quiz application. That's what we're going to be building, so if you head over to the next lesson, we'll get started by tapping into that API. To begin, head over to the course resources, as always, and download the starting zip file for today's starting project. And once you've done that, go ahead and unzip the file and open it up inside Python.
API documentation. 50 questions. Any category? Category general knowledge. Any diff. Any no, actually true false. Yeah, yeah. Import. The fuck was it again? TK enter.
But
Import. He's so high, this money and so high. So high, this money and so high. SCP Mode Bounce, the first SCP article written for web-based collaborative fiction project. Blah. Alright, cool.
Good job. Now, if we take a look inside the project folder, you can see we've got a bunch of images, which is going to be used for the button. And we've also got a lot of the code that we had created in our previous quiz project. It may seem like it was a long time ago, but back in day 17, we learned about creating classes, and the project that we built to do that was a text-based quiz. And in fact, once you've downloaded and open up the starting file for today's project, you can actually run this program. So open up main.py and run it. And you can see the original format of the quiz application in action inside the console. We can type true or false, and it will give us some feedback, whether we got it right or whether we got it wrong, and also our current score. Now, this was great on day 17, but now that we know all about creating graphical user interfaces using tkinter, as well as a whole bunch of things that we learned about APIs just now, we're going to upgrade this quiz app to the next level. The first thing we want to upgrade is, at the moment, these questions are hard-coded. So inside our data.py, you can see all of these questions as a list of dictionary objects. And at the time, the place where we got all of these questions from was in fact the Open Trivia database. But what we did here is we selected the number of questions we wanted, we selected the category that we wanted, and then we changed the type to true and false, and we said generate API URL. And then once that URL was generated, all we did was we put it into our browser and we got this data and we put it into our question data. Now this, being hard-coded, is obviously never going to change. So what we want to do instead is we want to get 10 questions from the Open Trivia database.
Damn.
Con nên ăn đêm không?
Sure. However you want, bro.
Cả ngày hôm nay ăn một bữa.
I ate oats for today. Generate.
I should go to sleep now so I don't eat.
Nah. Trying to fight it, bro. Any difficulty? Any time? Default encoding?
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around. But time makes you bolder and children get older.
Yo, stop making me come, bro.
I'm getting older too. Alright, bro.
No.
Sleeping.
No.
Shut up.
No.
Go talk to your fucking wife, bro.
But she's playing Persona 5, bro.
She can't make time for you? What? Huh? Come on. Shut up. Shut up, bro. Bro, anniversary nghèo đéo tiền ạ. Đi cứng mẹ.
10 tháng.
3.
Who?
I don't know what. I'm just gonna bake. Because I don't have money.
Damn.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you older, even Children get older and I'm getting older too.
Result. Too good for me. Too good for me. Too good for me.
But this time, we want to make a request to the API so that we always get different questions and different answers. The idea of this challenge is to modify the code in the data.py file to get 10 new questions using the Open Trivia database after you've successfully completed the challenge. You'll still get a console-based quiz API call. You'll see that any symbol like single or double quotes will not be displayed correctly just yet, but getting the API call working is the first step and the goal of this challenge. So what I want you to do is blank. Now remember what a question mark, we've got our different parameters, which is created the data from that API. We're going to replace this question that looks like this. So we have a 2-item dictionary. One is the response code and one is the results. Now the value for this key results is the list of dictionary objects that we actually want, and it looks very similar in structure to this. So that is what we want. So everything inside here, basically. Now, we're going to still call it question data because elsewhere in our main.py, we're tapping into this data here. So make sure you name it the same, and once you've done this successfully, then you should be able to comment out all of this code here. And then simply run the program from main.py without any changes, and it should still work. This time it should be using the questions and answers that you fetched from the API. This is a challenge for you. I want you to pause the video, have a think about how you might do that. In the last lesson, we managed to get our API to work and we got back some live data. But when we ran it, we saw that some of the text that we were getting back was formatted really strangely with these pound signs and ampersands, and it's not the actual text that we see. So what's happening here? Well, what we're actually seeing here are called HTML entities, and they're a way of replacing certain characters in HTML so that it doesn't get confused with HTML code. So for example, the less than symbol could be a part of HTML code, and instead of using that, we have to use the and, LT, and then semicolon. So if we look down this table, we can actually see this and quote actually stands for a double quotation mark. And that would make sense because it's saying quote Mario Kart 64 quotes, and this #039, if we look up in
Okay,
this
nigger.
list,
Die,
is
die,
actually
fuck
a
this shit.
single quotation mark. And that would make sense as well.
Good night, girl.
Stalin's
I'll see you
death.
tomorrow.
So how do we get hold of
Good night,
actual
girl. Good
human
night, girl.
readable text?
Say good night back, bro.
We can
Come
use
on.
this tool called the free
Good boy.
formatter to unescape the HTML result that we're getting back from our API. I've copy and pasted this part we've got here, and if I go ahead and click on unescape, you can see that it formats it into the original human readable format, and now it says in Mario Kart 64 Waluigi is a playable character. And if I paste the Cold War ended with Joseph Stalin, blah blah blah, death, and I click unescape, then you can see it says the Cold War ended with Joseph Stalin's death, and it replaces that with an apostrophe. Now essentially we know what to Google, and that's kind of the first step towards solving any problem. So if we Google for unescaping HTML entities in Python, then the first result we get in Stack Overflow gives us the answer. We have to import the HTML module and use one of the methods in that module called unescape in order to unescape the text that we're getting back. The part where we're interested in this is in our quiz break, because that's the part where we format it into our user answer. Let's change the question text to be equal to the self.currentQuestion.text, so this part that we have here, which is being put into our inputs, and we can use this queue text instead. But instead of using just the text that we get back from the API, we're going to import the HTML module, and we're going to use the method inside this HTML module called unescape.
Say why? Say why? Now night is here. Today was clear. Say why? Guess I'll never learn. Guess I'll never know. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in this bitch now. They wanna lie, I did it. They did not know I did it. Put this shit on, yeah, I seen it. Got me so right now, I beat it. Michael Jackson, I'm telling her 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 beat it. Shit. Capital at my studio, telling me I work like 1.5. Came out there, my shit get stuck, yeah, like a 3.5. I got bad, bitch, I'm painting her face like
to unescape this string that we get from the API. And now, if I run this code again, you can see that this time, no matter what is inside the string, say an apostrophe in this case, or a double quote in this case, they're all being formatted correctly. There you have it. We started off with some strange characters, and after a bit of googling around, we found the solution to turn them into human readable text. As a programmer, this is a skill that you have to really hone. This is something that is going to take you to the next level, to this intermediate plus level. You have to find out solutions to your own problems, and Google is your best friend.
I try to run it,
So now that our program works for text-based questions, it's time to upgrade this program so that it actually has a graphical user interface. You'll notice that in the project folder there is a file called ui.py, and this is pretty much empty at the moment, other than a single constant which sets the theme color. Now what we're trying to create is something that looks like this. So we have some sort of a scoreboard label, we have a canvas with a white background, and then on the canvas we've got some text in the middle, and then we've got a true button and a false button, each using the true and false images from this folder. Now we've seen how we can create graphical user interfaces using tkinter, but in this case we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to create our user interface in tkinter, but we're going to do it inside a class. If you remember from day 17 where this project comes from, that was when we learned about object-oriented programming, and we learned about how to separate out our concerns, like the part that fetches the data, or the part that models each of the questions, or the part that handles the actual quiz functionality, and they're all separated in their own class. In order to create our user interface, we're also going to create our very own class inside this ui.py. So it's been a while since we've created classes, so I want to do a quick reminder session on how to do that. So we use the class keyword and then we provide the name of the class. Now in my case I'm going to call this the quiz interface, and remember that the way that you name classes is what this is called Pascal case. So a capital letter, and then each word is not separated by any underscores or any dashes. So this is our class, and then we're going to create our init inside this class. Now, if any of this is unfamiliar to you, then make sure that you haven't skipped the lessons on object-oriented programming and creating and using classes in Python. We covered that in day 17, so if you skip that, be sure to head back before you proceed, because otherwise the rest of this is not going to make any sense at all. In our class init, we're going to create our user interface. So we're going to create all the buttons and all of the layouts, and we start off by simply creating our window. Now this time though, instead of creating our window as just a simple variable, we're going to make it a property of this class. So we're going to add self in front of it, and then we're going to create it from the tkinter module. So let's go ahead and import everything from the tkinter module, and let's set our window as a new object from the tk class. Next, I'm going to change some aspects of the window. So for example, I'm going to change the title. So I'm going to set it to Quizlet, which is going to be the name of this app. We can continue like this inside the init function, which remember is going to be called whenever we create a new object from this class. This is where we're also going to have our self.window.main loop, and that will set our program to run. In order to test this, we're going to go back to our main.py and we're going to import that class. So from UI, import the quiz interface, and then we're going to create that quiz interface down here. I'm going to call it the quiz UI, and it's going to be initialized from our quiz interface. Now, if you remember when we first learnt about tkinter, I told you that tkinter works by having this endless loop essentially. That's called the main loop. And this is a bit like a never-ending while loop. It's constantly checking if it needs to update something in the graphical user interface, or if the user has interacted with it in some sort of way. So it will get confused if you have another while loop somewhere near it. So we actually have to comment out this while loop if we want this user interface to work properly. Now, whenever we want to test out our UI, all we have to do is to run our main.py, And once it hits this line, it's going to create a new object from our quiz interface over here. And once it does that, it's going to hit the init method and it's going to create our new GUI. You can continue coding up your user interface inside this init and it will work just as it did before when you created just a very simple tkinter graphical user interface application. Here comes the challenging part. I want you to create this particular user.
But I won't feed it, nah, I'm not done. No, I won't feed it, nah, I'm not done. Nah, bitch, I'm not stupid. I ain't the one that ain't going for nothing. I ain't the one to fool with. But she wants some product, she wants Saint Laurent. When I met her, she had on cool. That's what happened when these bitches say they too toothless. They wanna put a little price on they coochie. But I ain't cool what these niggas cool with. I fuck with whoever fucking with me. Last time I saw Shawty was in LA at a hotel suite. I had her bent over like a lint roller, she was all over me. I put ice on my neck and ice on my wrist, now I got this ice all on my teeth. Black shirt on, nigga, you ain't knowin' this a Rick on shit. I get so high, I cannot come down. I get so high, I came from my knees. Shawty said me, she needed a crown. Hell yeah, look, Shawty my queen. Hell yeah, look, Shawty my queen. She said, X, man, I'm in her dreams. I just popped some X and I put her some lean. I just took a shot of methamphetamine. I just took some icy and I rolled up my weed. These niggas don't go out like me. I don't get hot no more, bitch. I go up, like. I go up. I go up. Yeah. I go up. 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 Yeah. It's 4 in the morning, I'm not even yawning, I'm making no bangers still. If you really love me, if you really with me, you'll be right here. Cause I work all day, and the night shift. Shawty might Uber to me, she might live. I told her don't waste no time, baby, you can change your life here. You can change your life here. All it really take is one post, all it really take is one tweet. But really, it don't really take nothing for them to know you fucking with me. I swear it don't really take nothing for them to know you fucking with me. Proud of y'all on my sleeve, fair mud all on her jeans. Mason Margiela her purse. Damn, this bitch got more sweat than me. Damn, this little bitch got more sweat than me.
Nah, he's not even T-Nex.
Sight. New whip, new car, new coupe, new fit, new swag, new shoe, new bitch, new bride, new boo.